you also played and won a Super Bowl with the Patriots and Bill Belichick. We did the math now. He is 8 away from the all-time loss record in the regular season, which is a Jeff Fisher, Dan Reeves record. That's not in any way to take away from Bill Belichick's greatness, but having been in that building and having won,
or Jeff Fisher,
you've been in that building as well. How do you think this ends?
Man, if I knew, I'd go to Vegas, but it's hard to know. It's like kind of depends on. It's Bill and Robert, and I think a lot of people. You glean things, or like I was there a year. Shoot, I'm not the insider that and Pats fans will tell you you were just there for a year. So what do you know? And it's true, I don't know much, but I think it could end with Bill coaching somewhere else at some point. Like, why not? Like, the guy loves ball. I don't see him like building wooden ships in his free time and playing with his dogs,
like going to Annapolis and becoming a shipbuilder.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be doing those model tall ships his whole life. And I know he likes lacrosse, but you go to a couple of these games, you're like, I want to coach
UVA,
football.
You're not a lacrosse guy now?
I played lacrosse, but I'm saying like there's nothing like it for him. And so like you tell me, you think with what they got going on, how far out are they?
They're not close. I think they're more in the conversation of
rebuild.
They're in a rebuild, but like they're 1-5. They still have the Bills twice, right? And the Dolphins and the Chargers. The crazy thing is, Chris, right before you came on, like they get the Jets week 18. Obviously, he was Jets coach for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And that could be like with a top 5, if not the number 1 pick, potentially. I don't think it's number 1, but in the conversation, or the all-time loss record in the conversation, like it all comes full circle potentially week 18 to the Jets.
It's kind of poetic though.
Yeah.
I mean, like think about it. Bill, you think of this guy who wants to do anything to win. Like that's been well documented. Would he lose to win? I think he might already be losing to win. Like, and sometimes you don't have to coach to lose. Like, it's just a bad setup. And some of the personnel decisions, like you go to Vegas last year, not that the Chandler Jones thing is recent and it's kind of just a coincidence, but he is the guy that beats you. And then this year you go, Josh McDaniels beats you again. And Jacoby Myers is catching touchdowns in the end zone. Like, the reminders are everywhere for New England. And I think for fans, they're like, what the hell happened? It's crazy. But he's also smart and willing and savvy enough to, if they said, hey, we got to punt on this season and make it look like we're trying our very best to win these games, which we are, they could be in a quick rebuild situation. Now, the question for Robert is, is Gerard Mayo or somebody a better option?
Remind me, was Gerard an assistant when you were there, or was he playing? No, he wasn't there.
No, Gerard and I are in the same draft class. It's my dude, but he's actually from Virginia as well. But like they've kept him around up there and not let him get out of the building.
Right.
I think he'd be a great head coach.
Yeah,
I think he'd be a great head coach.
I think he's a guy. The question is, how do you do it? And do you mentioned the personnel? Is there a scenario, and how would Bill react if Kraft came to him and said, look, you can coach, but we have to do something different with personnel, but then grow as his guy? Like, I don't know how.
Personnel's got to be better. Like that, like if, and I don't know that Matt is making a lot of decisions. You're talking about Matt Groh?
Yeah. I mean, it's Bill.
It's Bill. So like at some point, I think maybe the first thing that happens is like, hey, we got to make some personnel decisions in a different way. And this is all speculation. This is like me talking like Joe fan. I don't have any insight other than just having played there. But you can't imagine, if this is an honest try and they're trying to win right now, that this is like, oh, we're close. And that's how they feel. I don't think so.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.